When it comes to chain maintenance, you want to have the right tool for the job. This is the Tusk heavy duty chain riveting tool, and it's going to be your all-in-one tool for breaking chains as well as installing the press fit and rivet style master links. And it works for sizes 520, 525, and 530. So you're going to find those chains on anything from your full-size dirt bikes and ATVs all the way up to your street bikes. So that includes your adventure bikes as well. Now, if you have a mini bike and maybe a full-size dirt bike, something like that, you might want to look at the standard Tusk chain riveting tool, because that's going to be for sizes 520 and smaller. But if you only have full-size chains you're working on, then this is the tool that you want. So really quick, let me show you what comes in the kit. So this is the main body, and the handle screws right into it. And then you're going to use different combinations of these other attachments to accomplish whatever you need to do. So if you're breaking a chain, you have different sizes of push pins with these supports that you're going to use in there. Now, if you're pressing a master link together, you're going to use the press plate. And then if you're riveting a master link, you're going to use the anvil and the riveter. So with all that being said, let me show you how to use this. So this is our 701 adventure bike, and we lost the clip for a master link, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to install a rivet style master link. This one's from Primary Drive. And to get this installed, I'm going to set up our tool. So right here we have the main body. We're going to screw the handle in, and it doesn't matter which end you go in, just whatever's easier for you. So with that screwed in, this outer bolt is the alignment one. The inner one is the push bolt. We're going to back the push bolt all the way off. There's actually a fourth push pin in there. There's a little ball in between the two pieces. So I'm going to push this out, and there should be a spring that comes out with it. I want to use the biggest size push pin I can without going too big. So you just want to make sure it's a little bit smaller than the pin itself. And this is going to be the same whether you're breaking the chain or just pushing out a master link like us. So to get this ready, what we need to do is take the tool. I'm going to put the spring on the new push pin we're putting in. And before I drop this in, I need to find out which support piece fits this and change it out. So I'm going to unscrew this. I've matched it up with this one. So I'll thread that back into the alignment bolt, drop the spring and the push pin in. Now that grease is still on that ball, so we're good there. And we do have a little bit of grease on these threads. If you don't have any on there, make sure you add some. And it looks like we need to add some to the alignment bolt. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then as I install this, I just want to make sure you can see the push pin poking out as I thread it in. I want to make sure that the pin is tucked up a little bit in there. And I'm going to add my grease to these threads. What I need to do now is set the tool over the master link pins. So this back side is hollow, and we're going to set that over the back side of the pin and then tighten down the alignment bolt, or just snug it up against the other pin. And then from here, what we're going to do is tighten down the push bolt. I'm going to hold the tool and use a 14mm wrench to press that pin through. That just popped. We'll just move the tool to the bottom, back the push bolt out, as well as the alignment one. Get that lined up again, and press the other pin through. From here you can remove that old master link. And on this one, I'm taking these old O-rings or X-rings off. So on this one, you can see it's a little rusty and there's a little bit of wear. So really I should be replacing this chain, but we're still going to show you how to finish the job. So we'll just get it done here. I'm going to clean this off as best as I can and then grease up my new master link and set everything in place. And I always put the plates on with the writing facing the outside and set that on there so it wants to at least try to stay in place on its own. I'm going to back out the alignment bolt. I'm removing my press bolt along with the press pin, spring, and that little ball bearing as well. And then we're also going to change the support piece as well. So the biggest support piece fits our press plate. So I'm going to go ahead and thread that in. I'm going to install the press plate, and the whole point of the press plate is as soon as these pins start poking through, they're going to fit right in those slots. So you just want to verify that you're lined up as you're going through the process. So now I'm just going to set the tool over the master link. The back side is going to support the back of the master link, and we'll press it together. And as you're pressing down, you just want to make sure that you want to squeeze it to about the same width as all the other links. And you can either use a 22mm wrench on this or an adjustable wrench, whatever you have. Now, as I've been pressing that together, I'm just watching the gaps for the X-rings, making sure they are the same. Once they are, you can go ahead and rivet the link. I'm going to remove the press plate as well as this support piece. Now on the back side, we've got this anvil. Slide that in there. Then we've got our riveter. We're going to thread that in where the support piece was. Now we just need to flare the pins of the master link out. You don't want to go crazy with this. You just want to make sure they're flared enough that this link is not going to come off. So I'm going to set the tool on here. Anvil's on the back, riveter on the front. And I'm going to tighten it down just a little bit. I'm going to back that off. You can see we have a definite flare on there. You don't want to go too crazy with it though, like I mentioned. We'll do the same thing for the bottom. And that's how you use the Tusk heavy duty chain riveting tool. If you have any questions about it, leave those down in the comments. And if you need one, you can pick one up by clicking the link in the description below. Now, if you want to see more helpful content like this, maybe it's how-to videos or product spotlights, make sure you subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.